Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me on Regan Says this morning. I'm so excited. I need to get a t-shirt that says I'm so excited because I always say I'm excited, but the truth is I am. This weekend, we had the Genesis coaching program get launched, and we had several ladies come out to the meeting on Saturday. We kept it short and sweet. We had lunch together. We had a little chat, and I just talked about what everything that the coaching program entails and what we're going to do, and how long it's going to be and how much it's going to be. And I was able to hear some of the thoughts of the ladies of what they want to do with their businesses or lack thereof. Some won't know that they want to start a business but don't know exactly what. And then I was able to actually minister to one of the other ladies, which this is a rabbit trail because this is not what I'm talking about, but I remember my mentor maybe a month or so ago told me to write down a list of my goals, which is crazy, but I've never done it. Like, I've always had it like here, and I always tell people write it down, and I never took time to write down my goals. So to me it was kind of overwhelming because I know I've written down things that I want to do, like my vision, the things that God has given me, the things I want to do, now and further down on the road. But I never wrote down goals, like how to actually get to the vision. And so my mentor said, I can't work, I can't help you if you don't have goals. So I was a little bit nervous to write them down. I wrote them down, and I'm going to say he threw them in the trash, but he didn't. But it was basically like, come on, Reagan. So kind of having to start back at the drawing board and write them down. But I actually got what he said this weekend. It clicked. He was telling me that your goals, because you're in a leadership position, the things that you need to have or the things that you need to do are for other people. And when I was talking to one of the ladies after the meeting and she was telling me some things, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to be prepared. Like, I need to be able to be in my word more. I need to be able to research more. I need to make sure that I'm prepared to be able to help these ladies. Like, I thought I was prepared, and I am prepared, but there are some things that I need to be more knowledgeable about. And when my mentor said write down the goals, everything just kind of clicked for me this weekend. So I'm going to actually have to go back and revisit that, and I got to give it to him again. So, but anyway, I was really excited about how everything went this weekend. The feedback was very positive. And if you're watching this video and you did come this weekend, thank you so much for taking your time out with me this weekend, because you did not have to. I appreciate you, the kind words that you guys spoke to me. I tried to reach out to everybody one-on-one. If I did not do that yet, I am, so don't feel slighted. But I did get a lot of positive feedback from you ladies this weekend, and it touched my heart. And to know that you trust me with your baby, that's a blessing. So I just want to thank you guys for coming out. And this is not the last of the Genesis program. We're just getting started. It's kind of like a beta because this is my first time doing it. But I really believe it's going to be awesome. I've partnered with great people to be able to help bring my vision to fruition. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you, ladies, for coming. If you have any questions about the Genesis program, feel free to inbox me. The information is not on the website yet. Yeah, it's been a crazy weekend. I'm sorry. I don't like giving excuses. Y'all know I'm busy. And if you don't know, now you know. And I'm getting ready to head out of town. And I've been out of town every other weekend. So I've just been really busy. But that's no excuse. I'm going to get it on there. Just please give me a few days. I'm not going to give you the exact date of when it's going to be on there. But I do want to let you know that just check on my page, or check on All Things Reagan, or Putting Me First page, or any of my platforms, or my page. And I will let you know exactly when it's going to be on there, so you can kind of look at everything that I'm going to be talking about in the Genesis program, and the cost and all that good stuff. So anyway, today's topic is I fell in love with his potential. So this past week I saw a lot of different memes, or is it memes or memes? I don't know. Y'all know when they post different things in their words about whatever. And I saw a lot about like women trying to change men, and having potential and all this stuff. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, like I forgot one of my Facebook friends, and she's actually my cousin Jasmine, wrote something about when will women, this is not verbatim, but when will women stop trying to change a man or something like that? And I was like, oh my gosh, I can write a book on that. Like literally, I can write a book on that, because I feel like now that I'm older, I always try to see the good in everybody, and I always try to see the potential in everybody. And I'm sorry if I'm going to be flinging my hair. It's a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair. Anyway, so excuse me for that when I'm trying to get it out of my face. But I've always wanted to see the best in everybody. It's just in me. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that I am a coach now, because I feel like you can do anything. I feel like anybody can do anything with just well, not a little effort, because it takes a lot to, but even just starting out, I just think everybody has potential to do big things in their life if they want to. And one thing, place that I went wrong in dating is I would always see the potential in the guy and it be just toe up at the end of the relationship because of my expectations. Listen, I don't think, no, I know I'm not. So the people I'm getting ready to talk about, and I'm not mentioning any names because I never mention any names. I will be talking about my husband too, but we're not Facebook friends, and one of them actually is no longer here on the earth. So I can actually speak on this. But just all the dating situations that I went through with the guy, I always saw the good. I never saw, like I saw the bad, but it was just like, Lord, show me a sign if he, X, Y, and Z, and show me the red flag if I'm not supposed to be with him. Okay, and then all these red flags start popping up and be like, well, no, Lord, because he's going to like me so much, he's going to fix it. No. I remember this one guy. Let me see how I can't go into detail with that one. But there were a few. There was this one guy, like, it was a long time ago. I'm going to go ahead and kind of tell the story. Yeah, we're not Facebook friends. I met him. First of all, I used to see him. I'm going to try not to go on rabbit trails, but it's going to be a few of them, and it's going to be some stories. So y'all just try to stay with me. So saw this guy. This is when I was going out in the club days. I was young. And I would see him, and I was kind of attracted to him. I've always, even though I'm kind of like not the bougie, but because I'm not bougie, but some people think so. Because I had the best of both. Like my daddy was kind of hood, and then we had mama like Miss Pris. So I kind of had both of them. But I've always been attracted to the hood dudes, the guys in the street. I don't know what that's about. Not sure. Anyway, this guy, I would see him out, and I'd be like, in my mind, never said anything. I'm checking him out. And every time I went to the club, I would see him. And then all of a sudden, I saw he was checking me out. So I was like, okay, still not going to say nothing because I'm going to let him come and talk to me. Well, I used to work at the mall. I've always basically had 2 jobs when I was younger. And I would see him. And he would come by and just stare, but never said anything. And I was like, oh, God. The suspense. Anyway, so one night went to the club and he came up to me and was talking to me, and I was so nervous. Long story short, like when he was talking to me, he was already drunk. Mind you, I didn't drink, I didn't drugs, none of that. And but it didn't matter because I was like, oh my gosh, he's talking to me. Oh. So he said, come, I think the next night we talked on the phone or whatever, and he was slurring his words, and I was like, what's wrong with him? What's he slurring his words? So he said, well, come pick me up. So I'm like, come pick him up. He don't have no car. Like, I'm 18, 19, or 17. I know I was out of school. Yeah, I had just got kicked out. 18, 19. He said, come pick me up. I'm at my boy's house. So I picked him up. We were riding around. And he was just like high, like super duper high. And I was thinking, now, Lord, I don't know nothing about this part of the game because I don't know nothing about this. So we went back. I took him to my house, which I was living with my mom at the time because I think, like I said, I was 18, 19. I had just gotten kicked out of school. Met him. It's like kind of as soon as I got back home, wrong move. Took him to my mom's house. We was just kind of talking, and I was trying to, kind of feel what was going on with him. And he was just like, hi. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? So he was saying he had taken all these pills. I guess that's when the pill epidemic kind of started, or maybe I was oblivious to it because I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't drugs, none of that. And he was just a slurring and me. And now that I think about it, I was like, I know I sound crazy. I know I sound crazy. And I really want to tell this whole story, but I cannot. But I really want to. But if you ever see me in person, ask, because I will tell you. And I was down there giving him like the Martin Luther King speech, like, and I'm not just saying Martin Luther King, but I was like, you know what, you can do anything. Like, I was really speaking into his life while he's high and halfway slobbering. And I'm like, you can do big things. You can do this and you can do that. And he was like, yeah. But anyway, I chose to see the potential in him. But how many of you know, like, I don't care how much they like you, if they don't want to change, they're not going to change. So let's fast forward. Like, not all my relationships, but yeah, for the most part, most of my relationships were like that. I would meet the guy, they would be no good, and I would always see the best in them, and they would turn out to be crap. And fast forward when, I met my husband. We were dating off and on for years. My husband now. And there was this one guy. Before my husband, like when me and Boo were trying to get it together, you know how it goes. So the one guy, I really, like, when I looked at him, I was like, man, he could really be somebody. Like, but I looked at everybody like that. I'm telling you, I always see the good. But like, okay, when you meet somebody and you're like, okay, so I'm going to join. If I can join this person, they can be one person. That would be awesome. That's how it was with him and my husband. But me and Boo weren't married then, but while we were dating. And I was like, if I can join them together, oh my gosh, they would be the perfect person. So when stuff started kind of getting serious, and I had to make a decision, like, am I going to be with this person or I'm going to be with my husband? And so I really had to kind of sit down and maul it out. Like, let me make a list. So I physically made a list of everything, the qualities my husband has and the qualities this guy has. And when I started listing the stuff, like, my husband's list was like all these qualities, and the guy's list was like this. Now, mind you, when I met my husband, like, he had a restaurant. He had just started his restaurant. So I knew he had a vision. I knew he wanted more than what he was doing. I knew that. I knew he wanted more. I knew family was very important to him. We had like the same, like, hands down, it was just a go. He only had one child. He was paying child support. He took care of her. So I always knew that, if we ever got together, had children or whatever, he would always take care of our child, or, loved his mom. So I knew he would love me. Like, all these qualities. Then I went over here to the other guy. He had 5 kids. Most of them were that were young. You had some in diapers and then some on up there. Like, so you paying all this child support. That's no. Because for me, I like to go out and do stuff. Like, now I'm not like out, but if I want to go and travel, like my husband and I, we would travel. We would go and do stuff and go out to eat. And that's my thing. Whatever we wanted to do, we could go and do it. And we not bogged down by all this child support, right? The guy really didn't have any like goals or ambition. Like, I knew he was cool with just being at a not minimum wage, but just like a $10, not that $10, anything's wrong making $10, but was just cool with just having a piece of job, being able to go and kind of hang out when he wanted to, and not really having a stable place to stay, and just, just kind of cool with, I don't know. For me, and I know people hit a rough patch, so I'm definitely not saying, there's a rough patch. But when you hit the rough patch and you just kind of sitting in the rough patch, and you hanging around people that are making you comfortable in your rough patch, and not like, hey man, you need to get yourself together, you need to pull yourself together. I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. Like, for me, like I said, I think a week or so ago, whatever man I knew I was going to deal with, because I know my personality. I have a very strong personality. I know I'm very particular. I know I like things a certain way. I knew my husband was going to have to be a leader. Gotta be. Gotta have some kind of plan. Gotta have some kind of vision. Gotta have some kind of goals, some kind of dream, some kind of something to make sure that you're going to have something on down the street to leave a legacy. And my husband, you think I dream big. My husband's dreams are like, bow, 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 bow. You know. So I knew I needed a man to be able to get behind, to lead us, that I wouldn't mind submitting to. And the other fella wasn't. I mean, he didn't have his own nothing. Like, it was nothing. And I was like, why am I wasting my time? Like, duh, make the decision. Go with your husband. So that's what I did. But I said all of that to say, ladies, is we have got to stop falling in love with potential. I'm telling you, he can be fine. Listen, when I say I know. Fine, pretty teeth, pretty smile, charming, says all the right things at the right time. I was going to say something else, but everything is on point. If you know what I'm saying. Sorry, Pastor Evans, if you're watching. But we do have some that are still having premarital sex. And so I'm just keeping it real. If you are having premarital sex, I'm talking to you. Everything is on point. And it's like, oh my gosh, he could be so good. I'm telling you, I know a lot of us ladies have said he would be so good if he just, all he got to do is go apply for the job. All he got to do is go get his driver's license. All he got to do is, and we make excuses because we really want to be with that person. But in fact, we wasting time. We wasting time for the next person who could come and be everything we need. And sometimes, and I'm telling you what I know, we get worn out with time. Like, when am I going to find my man? When am I going to find somebody that's going to commit to me? When am I going to find somebody who's a leader, who I can get behind, who matches my goals, who matches my dream? You know, I've been praying to God, Lord, why haven't you sent him? And sometimes we want to make stuff happen. And every time we try to make stuff happen, y'all know it gets jacked up. Y'all know it gets jacked up every time. So we around here with this foolishness with this dude who, yeah, he may have, everybody to me has potential. Everybody starts out with potential. But at a certain age, either you gonna poop or get off the pot. Like, I don't have time to keep priming you and saying everything that you can be. You can be this, you can be that. But if you rather be around people who are making you comfortable and just being mediocre, we gotta go. Now, mind you, some people like that. Some women don't mind taking care of a man. Some women don't mind having a mediocre man. I've been there. I've had mediocre men. I've probably been a mediocre girlfriend, but I doubt it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think, well, I'm just saying. But I just ask you, ladies, if you're in a relationship, please look at who you're dating. And I know sometimes we get lonely. Well, we don't get, sometimes women get lonely and want to take the first thing smoking, that halfway look right, that halfway talk right. But deep down, and not even deep down, you know, this is a waste of time. Like, I'm sitting here fooling with this ninja, and he got these kids, he got this situation, and we get these red flags, and we just kind of bypassing what we see. And for what? And for what? Like, after the age of what? Who got time for drama? Like, who got time? So, ladies, I just stop falling in love with potential. Even, and I can even speak to this from my husband. Like, there were some things when we got together, I was like, I don't like this. But it'll change. It'll change when we get married, and guess what? It never did. It never did. And that was one of the posts that I saw, and I wish I had written it down. It was something like, if you pray, God is, I don't know, you can't change a man, and just pray to God, and either he'll remove them or he'll change them. And that's the truth. That is the truth. That's the truth. So, you know, ladies, I just say, I don't know if you pray or not. I would definitely, I couldn't be caught in this world without prayer. Just, I'm sorry, just, and not sorry. But just be mindful of your relationships. And that's even with friendships. But I'm talking about male-female companionship now. You know, ladies, we got to do better. We got to do better. And I know we want to see the good. And I think that's just a thing for women. We want to see the good in men. And sometimes, like I said, you know, you want the relationship so bad that you're willing to just kind of turn the blind eye to whatever he's doing or not doing. And we got to get our self-esteem up, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. How we look at ourselves. We always are going to attract what we are. So if you got low self-esteem, and you know, men can sense stuff. Men can sense neediness, and they'll eat you up. They know, like, oh my gosh, she been lonely for a minute, and she on me, so she gonna do whatever I need her to do. Men can sense that, and they gonna pounce all over you like a cheetah and some raw meat in the street. And I hope that didn't come out vulgar, because I didn't mean it to. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. I'm up here popping my legs, but you guys have a blessed rest of the week. I'm gonna try my best to pop on during the week. Like I said, I am going out of town this week, but I'm gonna try to get on live as much as I can. I think that's it. Check out my website, All Things Regan. I also do not have the information posted for New Orleans. We changed our trip for Putting Me First next year from Cancun to New Orleans. Essence is celebrating their 25th anniversary. Putting Me First has partnered with the Diva Code, and my sister Brown, she's over that, and so we're partnered together with her group, and we're going together. So I'm just really excited about that, and that information is supposed to be on allthingsregan.com, but it is not yet. I'm sorry. So sorry. Had a busy weekend. I'm going to definitely try to get everything on there this week, but it's going to take some time because I do handle my own website. Don't have anybody to do that for me as of yet, but it will change. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to inbox me. Go on allthingsregan.com, or you can go on the Instagram or Facebook platform, All Things Regan. I also have my platform of Putting Me First. So you guys have a blessed week. Make it great. Ladies, get out of these dead relationships. Nobody got time for that. We don't. You're beautiful, and the quicker you figure that out, the better off you're going to be. Quit wasting time in these dead relationships. If he has not changed after this time, it ain't going to happen. And all you can do is pray and stay out the way. You guys have a blessed rest of the week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.